Welcome to Emery Thompson Machinery in Brooksville, Florida. We were in the Bronx, New York for 103 years, but we've moved down to this brand new facility that we built, and this is where we hand make our Emery Thompson batch freezers. This is the cylinder to the world's largest production batch freezer. This will make 44 quarts of ice cream in under 10 minutes. Over here we have the frame that it's going into. You can see the massive size of it. Over here is a 12 quart. This will be a 24 quart when it's finished. But we're not running any of these today. Today we're going to show you our latest machine, which is our new CB-350. We're going to take you into the ice cream making room, and we're going to make some artisan gelato and some Italian ice and show you how the machine runs. Walt Disney, the founder of Disney World and Disneyland, coined a phrase that I like. It's called Imagineering, meaning that they don't do engineering, they imagine what they would like to have happen and then find a way to do it. Well, that's what I try to do here. I'm Steve Thompson, President and CEO of Emery Thompson Batch Freezers. My grandfather, Emery Thompson, invented the world's first batch freezer in 1905. That's 103 years ago. But of course, the question is begged, what have you done for me lately? Well, what I have done for you lately is our latest brainchild, the CB-350 batch freezer. This is a countertop batch freezer that will do everything our larger machines make. If you've seen our other videos, you know that we make machinery in 12 quart finished capacity, 24 quart, and the world's largest batch freezer, 44 quart. Well, now we've taken all that technology and put it into a compact package that runs on 220 volt single phase. That means you can take virtually anywhere in the world and run this machine. Let me show you some of the things this machine can do. Frozen custard, I would run the machine at about 65 to 85 RPMs. Super premium ice cream, like a Haagen-Dazs, maybe 90 RPMs. Artisan gelatos, a little bit higher at 100. Sherbets at 115 RPMs. Frozen yogurt at 120 to 150. Cream ices, which is Italian ice with dairy product also in there, maybe 160 RPMs. Italian ices is the term we call it in New York. It's also known to the French as sorbet, the Italians as sorbetto. We run that at close to full speed, and the same with frozen lemonade. All-American homemade ice cream, which is high fat, high air content, I run at full speed, 234 RPMs. So you can see the reason we call it the infinite overrun control machine is that with this control you can vary everything, the speed of the machine rather, from 0 to 234 RPMs by just pushing the up and down arrows. Even though the quality of our machines is far superior to anything else on the market, other machines, they like to have an average life of about 11 years. Our track record is that our machines last anywhere from 40 to 45 years. And surprisingly, they cost less. The reason they cost less is we are a big little company. We're not a large conglomerate. There's not a lot of people on the payroll. We're hand making these machines. The other reason that we cost less is all the other machines are either made by Italian companies or imported from Italy for the most part, and they have to pay the difference between the dollar and the euro, which you know is a dramatic difference. Plus the shipping costs from Italy is way higher than shipping it from Florida. Let me show you a little bit of difference on the machinery. Here is a competitor's machine, and this is the front door to their machine. Now you can see it's molded injection plastic. What you can't see is it's already broken. Now what I would ask you, the consumer who is spending a lot of money on a machine, would you rather have this piece of plastic, or would you have what Emery Thompson does, a large, very durable machined stainless steel? This thing is going to last 40 years. And we'll take it over to the machine and we'll put it all together, and then we're going to make some Italian ice. This just slips on the front of the machine. There we go. and then there are 4 cover knobs to hold it in place. I don't use the cam action, the pull down lever that machines use, because the track record of it is that it wears out after about 5 years and doesn't make a good seal. I find that using these stainless steel cover knobs is always going to guarantee that everything fits together smoothly and tightly. Now we'll sanitize the machine and then we'll be ready to go. Sanitizing is putting a chlorine-based product into the machine to kill off any bacteria. I'm using some chlorine tablets. I've put one into this water, and so now when I put this into the machine, it's going to kill off any bacteria in the machine. Turn on the beater. That starts everything spinning. This switch over here is the refrigeration. I only have water in here right now, so I don't want to start making ice cubes. I leave the refrigeration off. Here it's reading 100 RPMs. I can take this up to a higher speed if I want by just pushing and holding the up button. Now I'm at 234 RPMs. As soon as that chlorine water hits the metal parts, everything is sanitized. Most health departments say that you should let it run for about 30 seconds or so. So do what your health department recommends. Now when we go to pull ice cream out of the machine, we're going to turn off the refrigeration switch and we're going to leave it spinning, and we're going to open the gate, and the ice cream is all flood out very quickly. The ice cream, of course, is thicker than the water. Now, just being water in here, if I open this gate, it's going to splash everywhere. So I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to drain it out. And don't try making ice cream in a jacket and tie. It's a little difficult, but I wanted to show you just how easy it is. Close that up. And now the machine is sanitized. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you how to make my secret Italian ice, my secret lemon ice formula. So please, don't tell anybody what the formula is. But I'm using 3.5 pounds of cane sugar. I'm using 7 quarts of water. See, this is just plain old sugar. You don't have to buy the fancy stuff. This is just from the local supermarket here. I've got just plain tap water. And for lemon juice, I would like to use fresh squeezed lemons, but today I am using a product from the combination. Those of you from outside of Florida, it's known as Key West. I'm using fresh key lime juice. So I'm going to pour that in here, and I'm going to mix this all up and then pour it into the machine. So I'm using a quart of key lime juice. Now, people will say that different products, different Italian ices have different textures, and that's true. And if you ask an Italian ice maker what makes the different texture, he'll tell you it's a secret. But I'm going to tell you the secret, it's the sugar. The more sugar that's in a product, the smoother the product will be. So if this formula calls for 3.5 pounds of sugar, it's going to be the way we would sell it in New York. If I was to sell it in Philadelphia, they like their ice a little sweeter. I probably would have put 4 pounds in. If I was selling this up in Rhode Island as a product called frozen lemonade, I'd probably be down to about 2 3/4 pounds of sugar. Now the sugar dissolves very nicely in cold water. It's very simple, no tricks to it. And if I wanted to jazz this up a little bit, I would take 6 California lemons. They have a thicker skin than the other lemons. And I would take a cheese grater and I would just grate off the outside skin, what a chef calls the zest. And I would just have little specks of lemon in here, because when this product comes out, it's going to be pure white, and with the little specks of lemon in it, it's going to look great. So we'll pour this into the machine. Okay. Oops. There we go. I'm going to put the guard in place. Turn on the beater and turn on the refrigeration. I'm going to set a timer. Now, we don't put a timer on the machine because timers and other gadgets break, and we want as few gadgets on the machine as possible. To mount this timer on here and have it meet all the codes that the machine is made under would probably cost you about $230 extra. This timer cost me $7. When this timer breaks, I'm just going to throw it away, buy another $7 timer, and I'm back in business. So I'll set this for about 12, 13 minutes. We'll let that run, and we'll be back to you in a couple minutes. I'm going to go get ready to make some ice cream. This product's going to be ready in about 30 seconds, and you can make sorbet Italian ice using fresh fruit, any fresh fruit, or you can use a base. A base is a gallon jug of flavor. This one is sour apple. Or you can use an extract. You could use, say, a watermelon extract or a bubblegum extract. So you control the quality, but the best thing about Italian ice sorbet is the cost. Usually about 1 cent per ounce. Now my timer is going off. The product. That looks nice. I'm going to turn off the refrigeration, open the gate, and let it all come out. Look at how fast that discharges out of the machine. Pure white product costing 1 cent per ounce. This is just a pure profit product. And then what we would do is we would plan our production so that we don't have to rinse out the machine. If I was making lemon sorbet, I would then go to orange, and then possibly to cherry, and then to red raspberry, which is going to be a little darker than the cherry, and then I'd finish up with a grape sorbet. Then I would rinse out the machine. Now we're going to go right to a gelato, so I am going to pour some water in here. Let me just hold this up so you can take a look at it. That's fresh lemon Italian ice or lemon sorbet. I almost forgot. Let me show you how we eat Italian ice up in the north. We use what's called a squeeze cup. Now, if you ask your paper supplier for squeeze cups, he's going to look at you like a deer in the headlights. It's a pleated water cup. That's the term. And what we do is we fill the cup up with Italian ice, and we squeeze it from the bottom. Oh, that's good. That is really good. Since we're switching over to a dairy product, I'm going to add a little water in here to rinse it out, and then we'll continue on. Just turn that on. No refrigeration, just let that slosh around for a minute. Again, turn it off, open the gate, and now we're ready to go. What we're going to make now is Oreo cookie gelato. Never heard of Oreo cookie gelato? Me neither. But I love Oreo cookies, so that's what we're going to make. I have here the gelato mix. I'm going to pour it into the machine. Okay, I'm going to add pure vanilla extract. Turn on the beater. Turn on the refrigeration. Now, I'm going to slow it down because I want to put less air in the product. So instead of 234 revolutions, I'm going to take it down to, about 120. There we go. Now, the best part. In go the Oreo cookies. And we'll save some for the end. We'll let this run and we'll be right back. I think our Oreo cookie gelato is ready, so I'm going to turn off the refrigeration switch, open the gate, and out it comes. Oh, that looks good. Nice big chunks of Oreo cookie in there. This is the only machine that I'm aware of on the market where you can put whole nuts, cookies, bananas right into the machine. Everything goes into this machine. So that gives you much greater creativity in producing your gelato than any other machine on the market. Look at all that gelato. Oh man, that looks good. Now maybe it's not a gelato flavor, but it sure is going to be good. And did you see how fast that discharged all the product? There we go. Well, we're through here for the day, so I'm just going to pour in some hot water to help wash out the machine. Most of the cleaning is done right here in place, although you can take all the parts and either put them in a dishwasher or finish them off in the sink. But either way, you're only looking at a couple of minutes time to finish cleaning up. I hope this tape answered some of your questions. I hope it created more questions. And if it did, please call me at our factory, area code 718-588-7300, or contact me at my personal email address, etfreezers@aol.com. Thanks for watching. One little secret about Emery Thompson I want to share with you. I think I mentioned that I love gadgets and I own every gadget that I can possibly think of to own. However, I don't put them on my machines, and this is my little secret about Emery Thompson. With all the computer programs that we have here for tracking orders, CAD programs for engineering, programs for just about every aspect of building your machine, this is my all-time backup. When you call here, I start a file on you and your machine, and it's up in this room on a board. So when you call up, I can take a look at where we are in the production cycle, what we have said that we're going to do for you, and by looking at your file, I can advise any things that I think you need to do before you receive your new order. So when you call, I'll be coming in here and I'll be checking on your order to make sure that it's just right. Well, I hope you found our DVD helpful, and I hope it raised more for you. If it did, I'd like you to contact me. We have a number of ways to do it. Our factory phone number is area code 718-588-7300. If the factory is closed when you call, the tape machine will direct you to my home telephone number. Please call me at home. I really want to help you out in any way I can. My personal email address is etfreezers@gmail.com. That's changed. It's etfreezers@gmail.com. We're also on a new worldwide service called Skype, where you can talk to me directly through your computer. If you'd like to do that, my Skype address is etfreezers. We want your business. We want to help you get into business, and we want to earn the right to do that now and in the future.